The Detroit Pistons are finalizing pretty much all their transactions here as we approach Summer League. And there's one player that's a little under the radar. He's kind of got a niche thing that's going on where he's able to really do a lot of things on the court and maybe can help the Pistons off the court as well. So let's dive into this prospect. It's a two-way player. And look, it's a long shot, but it's a flyer that I think it's worth taking. So take a look at this. The Pistons add former teammate of Killian Hayes. We'll get to that in just a second. So the Detroit Pistons were hoping to land another French prospect. Of course, that was Wembanyama. Uh, that didn't work out. Obviously, we're picking fifth, but France is currently a powerhouse in European basketball. And so there was Wembanyama, then there was his teammate at pick 7. And so the Pistons find a guy in Malcolm Cazelan who was not drafted, was Killian Hayes' teammate, and a guy from France that you're taking a flyer on because he's a little different as well. He's 6'6" guard, lefty, sneaky, and he's kind of got this isn't quite the right comp, but it's like Manu Ginobili type stuff where Ginobili was taken in the second round as well. He's just different, and maybe that can translate to the NBA. So here's the thing about him. Some thought Cazelan would be drafted, but when he wasn't, it became an intriguing prospect for the Detroit Pistons, and they come in and swoop him up. So he's a 6'6" guard with a 6'11" wingspan. He's a lefty, and he can finish in transition and at the rim. Again, kind of Manu Ginobili. A, he's coming from European basketball. B, on top of that, he's lefty, so it looks a little different. And then he's got great touch and can finish around the rim. And he's young. He's 21 years old, I believe. So he's still pretty young. And you're also looking, hey, can he was a teammate of Killian Hayes. So we all know Killian Hayes has struggled, confidence. So even in the summer league, even if he plays with him a little bit, even if he has an opportunity to just be around him, who knows? Like at this point with Killian Hayes too, you're trying anything and everything. I have no problem with this. Bringing in a flyer on a guy that used to be with Killian Hayes. Maybe that's just coincidence. Maybe they meant to do that. Who cares? It's at least something. He averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in the past season while shooting 33% from long range on 4 attempts per game. That is the only problem. We add another guy that's just not really a shooter. And look, we keep making a big deal about that, as we should, but not everyone's looking for shooters. Like it's not like all these shooters are just standing around out there. This guy that's 6'7" that can shoot 40% from three is just like, I don't have a team. This is crazy. No, like everyone's swooping them up. So it's okay. This is an area, again, you're taking a flyer on a guy that is just different, and maybe his game can translate to the NBA, because if you look at his points, you look at his production, it's not great. But when you have a 6'11" wingspan, you're coming at it a little different, and you're lefty and you're super athletic, something could happen there. So he has a tendency to take shots without getting his feet set, but when he does, he's actually a decent shooter. Cazelan can make plays out of the pick and roll, slick passes, so he has potential to be a secondary ball handler in the half court. Like so many undrafted wing prospects, he does a lot of things well, but isn't elite in any of them, and his ceiling will likely be determined by his ability to his defense and hit the three. 3 and D, we all get it. That's what we're looking for. So exactly, when you're kind of an undrafted, kind of under the radar type of guy, you usually can't do anything great. And Manu Ginobili was the same way. Like he just was really, obviously he was an incredible player, but in the beginning it was like, who is this guy? He can't shoot. Well, yeah, he can. Well, he can't really get to the basket. Yeah, he can actually. And he just, everything that he could do that was okay, he just elevated everything. Now, I'm not saying this guy's going to do that. That's a Hall of Famer, but the point is, if you're a little bit different and you have the ability to come in and improve on your shooting, that's where he's at right now. He can improve on his shooting, then he could be somebody there. So if you look at who else that we've got in the summer league, you can see We signed Tosin as well. Uwama is this guy from Princeton. If you remember him, he's 6'8", 219. Same thing here. He's a wing that needs to be a 3-and-D guy. Can he shoot? So he shot 32 from 3. So that's the same thing. We got a couple guys now on our summer league roster that everything else is there. Can they improve on their shooting? I, I don't hate this. Like, I love getting the athletic guys and the opportunity to have your 3-and-D wings take some flyers on these guys. It's a long shot anyway. Take some flyers and see if you can get somebody that can improve in their shooting, and then everything else is there. The athleticism, the wingspan, the size, everything else is there if you can improve on your shooting. So I don't hate it. Let's see what he does here. Oh, it's not playing. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's not playing. Okay. All right. Both guys athletic, can get to the basket, and they can finish at the hoop. So let me know about your thoughts on this, because the other thing about it is the French prospect is something that everybody's kind of got their eye on a little bit, is because France has really been in the spotlight, of course, with Wemby, his teammate, the action going on over there, more eyeballs over there as you're watching Wemby as well. So there's just more action with the French, and you're just trying to see. I keep going back to it, but can you be a little bit different? Maybe take a flyer, see if something can happen. So I like it. It's under the radar. No one's really paying attention to it. It's a summer league thing. He's going to get summer league minutes. We're going to get an opportunity to see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on this as well. We're really making sure that we're paying close attention to the summer league. So summer league starts in 4 days, I think 4 or 5 days. Anyway, this coming weekend. So keep an eye on that, because what we're going to look for there is how much do some of those main guys play? Jaden Ivey, some of the guys that we know are going to be on the squad. Can Jalen Duren get better? Of course, we're looking at Thompson. Thompson's going to be the main guy that we're looking for, just to see. You just want to immediately see, can their game translate to NBA players, like we saw with Ivey, where Ivy's kind of running around. He's tripping around a little bit in the first game, and then from there on, he was completely fine. Jalen Duren, same thing. Remember, he's committing a bunch of fouls, leaving his feet, just couldn't really grasp it for the first game. After that, it's like, yep, this guy's fine. He's going to make it. He's playing against NBA talent. He's going to be fine. So Thompson, same thing. How's he going to look out there? We'll make sure to cover all of that. So make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments, and we will see all of you on the next one.